Hey guys, what's going on? It's Algo once again. Um, got another Bitcoin analysis for you guys. Um, Coming with a few other things that I would like to share. That's going on with the markets. That's what we can expect to see over the next 2 to 3 months, I believe. Certain shifts that are going to take place. So yeah, let's get right into it. Last time I spoke to you guys, I believe that we were around the 22,000 mark. I had told you guys that I wanted to see Bitcoin come down to these levels and play around these levels. Um, what we ended up seeing is that Bitcoin just completely moved away from it, that exact level that we talked about, and has not yet come back to that level. Is actually it broke above the 25,000 mark. Upon us breaking this level here, we had the situation with those institutions where the Fed actually stepped in and backstopped them, basically saved them, and that money injection into the markets caused us to just completely fly. Now, remember I was telling you guys that off this level we were going to get a narrative. I didn't know what it was, but we were going to get some narrative by the mainstream media to support this level, and sure enough, there's a big conspiracy out there that we're going to a million, and I guess anybody who with any common sense knows that we're not heading to those levels quite just yet. We're not going to a million yet. So at the moment, guys, we are at a critical level that it's very, very uncomfortable. And for me, once I'm able to see Bitcoin break past a specific point, at that point, I will change my narrative to going lower, then higher, to we're going to go higher, and then we crash, right? So there's some brothers and sisters out there who believe that we're going up first before we crash. And I can't yet confirm that. For right now, in my analysis, I'm still head lower, then higher. Reason why, guys, is because on the yearly chart, we're sitting at a humongous order block. Now, for those who don't know what an order block is, an order block is basically an abrupt change in direction from one momentum to another, right? It's a radical shift in price movement. And when price comes back into that level or that area where the radical shift happened at, it will, according to a bearish order block, it will mitigate or move away, move away from that level, right? So you saw, and this is yearly candles, guys, right? This is yearly candles. The thing about the yearly chart is that institutions and asset managers, hedge funds, they don't look that far, right? They plan in 3-month quarterly game plans. That's how they book or they plan out their strategy for the year, right? They don't go by yearly. They don't look at the yearly chart. There's no yearly chart for them. And so the fact that we're sitting at this yearly order block shows that there's a huge pending movement in price that I believe that these institutions, a lot of institutions, I wouldn't say all, are not ready for. And so we're sitting at this huge order block on the yearly. And as you can see, guys, we kind of started reacting. You see the price of Bitcoin starting to react at that level, right? If I drop down to like maybe a monthly or a weekly, you see that Bitcoin has started to play at that level, and you see that Bitcoin starting to react to that yearly zone where you can expect to see mitigation or price rejection start to take place. So at the moment, guys, what I'm really looking for, short term wise, I really want to see this level here. Right? I want to see this level here at around the $27,000 mark. to get taken out. And then we could continue to see us in a sideways consolidation, right? I want to see this level here to be taken out first. So, by the way, guys, when I give you these analysis, basically it's a strong indication of what trades I'm taking, right? So you can kind of get a gauge of what I'm looking at, how I'm going to take my trades and what direction I'm taking them. So, yeah, guys, as of right now, we are at this yearly order block, guys. And if we break up into this order block, right, then my narrative would change. Okay. But at the moment, this order block is too dangerous and too big for me to continue to think that we're moving higher. And this is how they get the masses all the time. You could see that as the year started, we came down on this previous high and price moved, right? Told you guys on the second video that we were getting ready to move, right? And sure enough, price moved away from this level, and now we're sitting currently at around the 29,000 level. And so this 29,000 level on the yearly chart is showing bearish indication, a huge bearish scenario. Now, if there's more institutions that collapse, causing the Fed to rush in with emergency funds, then yes, you could see price do something abnormal and continue to push into this order block. But until then, guys, I want to see price start to break down back into that original level that I talked about, and this is the safe zone here, right? To see is it going to happen? We're going to have to wait and see what happens. Short term wise, yes, I'm looking for this level here at the 27,000 to be broken. Okay, but currently, guys, you could expect to see after we break this level some more sideways consolidations or just choppy movements happening around these levels here for the moment. So yeah, guys, that is what I have for Bitcoin. Quickly, I want to talk about a few things that's going to take place in the month of June. We had ISO go live not too long ago, March 20th. I think they went live, and now the current ISO system, the current legacy system that we have now, is now in a coexistence type of symbiotic relationship with the ISO 222 protocol. Okay, so we have the current legacy system working hand in hand with the ISO system until I think the year of 2025. Don't quote me on that, right? In the month of June, right? In the month of June, which is so funny because in July the Fed now starts their system. We're switching from the LIBOR metric system over to the SOFR metric system, right? What is the LIBOR? The London Interbank Offered Rate is basically a metric system at which interest rates are calculated when banks lend to each other, basically, right? And we're switching over to the SOFR, right, system, which is basically the secured overnight financing rate. This is really huge, guys, because now we are now no longer will be using the original metric system at which we calculate interest rates. Well, we don't, but the banks, right, how they lend to each other, they will be switching over to this new metric system. The reason why they're leaving the LIBOR system is because there was a lot of fraudulent things that were taking place with those institutions, right? They would basically make up their own rates and lend to each other, right? And so what's really scary about this, guys, is a lot of these transactions that are in the current markets right now are not secured, right? The SOFR system is a collateralized backed system, right? So for me to borrow from somebody else, I'd have to have some type of collateral, okay, to guarantee that transaction. A lot of these transactions now that are on the LIBOR, they're not backed by anything, right? Just straight derivatives. So, yeah, guys, look for that in the month of June. This is really, really huge because they don't know how they don't know how the market's going to react when officially the system is switched over to SOFR. Okay, guys, which is a very, very big thing. Just keep your eyes out for that. That's really, really huge. In the month of June, we should be seeing, or you won't hear from the mainstream media, but there will be a lot of big shifts happening with this new metric system that we're heading into. The last thing, guys, before I close up the video, guys, I think that people need to start considering, even though it's the biggest scam in the world, right? People need to look into carbon. Carbon is the new commodity. Carbon is the new gold of the world. Okay, guys. The reason why a lot of people believe that gold will be the new currencies of the world that are coming out will be backed by gold. I do not know the extent to how that would be calculated, but I do believe, and I do understand that the new commodity, the new gold, the new asset class that will be highly sought after will be carbon. This carbon credit system that we're heading into, guys, is basically a new tax system that will determine if you'll be able to go down to your grandma's house or go see your friend, right? Because you have a certain amount of emissions that you can emit, okay, during a specific period of time. Okay, guys. So one way that I've been investing into carbon is looking into carbon negative blockchains, right? One of those blockchains would be like Cardano. I think Algorand and Hedera Hashgraph, they're also carbon negative. It's very important, guys, that we start looking into this commodity, even though it's the biggest scam in the world. I do not believe. Well, let me be careful. I'm just gonna say it like it is. I don't believe in this whole climate thing that's going on. I believe it's a way to put shackles on humanity, right? For this new system that we're heading into. It's a firmer grip, right? That the brass and iron, the evil golden age that we're going into will have on humanity. So, guys, yeah, I just wanted to present this to you guys. I will be talking more about the carbon scenario, the carbon narrative, because there's certain other blockchains out there that completely provide tokenized carbon credits, right? I don't want to make the video too long, so I'll be going more into that eventually. And a couple other asset classes that I believe will be key heading into this new system, right? So, yeah, I do believe that the new currencies, the digital yuan and the BRICS nations currencies, basket of currencies will be backed by carbon. This is what I know that the powers that be are discussing as the golden standard. Okay, guys, it's a carbon based system. Okay, guys. So yeah, guys, that'll be all. Like I said, for now, I just have Bitcoin heading back down to 27,000, and then furthermore, probably consolidating most likely in the sideways range. We're sitting at that yearly order block, which is very, very scary. I think people should really pay attention to this key level here and add the yearly chart to your charts, so you can see outside of the scope of what everyone else is seeing, because a lot of people live on these smaller time frames, right? So yeah, guys, that'll be all, and I goes out of here.